Gig, it's for three. You betcha.
The pass to Miller outside three. Good. Big block by Olsen.
Fryer in the paint. Now to Holzer. Left corner three. Bang! Bang! Oh!
Ulster Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And we are broadcasting live here on homegrown local radio, The Gobbler, KKIN, AM 930, FM translator 103.1. For those also tuning in as well to the video stream, you're watching live on yourliveevent.com. Paul Bull joined here tonight on The Gobbler as well as yourliveevent.com, getting yourself ready for a Friday night of girls high school basketball in the Mid-State Conference as the Aitkin Gobblers sporting a 6-14 record on the season, taking on the likes of the Park Rapids area Panthers, sitting at 8-10 on the season, but also a very important Mid-State Conference matchup with more conference matchups being the rest of the way here for the season as well for both teams. Now, the second time these teams has faced each other on this season, and well, it was a one-sided affair for the Park Rapids area Panthers, dominating the Aitkin Gobbler girls basketball team in that contest just a little over a month's time ago as well. But for the Aitkin Gobblers, unfortunately for them, 9 straight losses for them, including 11 of the last 12 games they have fallen in this season as well for head coach Mike Ream and for the Aitkin Gobblers as well. Of course, we'll have our full conversation with Coach Mike Ream coming up here in just a little bit later on with the pregame show. Gobblers most recently falling on Tuesday 69-35. At times felt like a lifetime ago. Gobblers unfortunately allowing 65% shooting from the field and also gave up 43 points to Tori Orline. She did cap off with her 1,000th career point in that contest as well. 23 turnovers, but despite the fact that they rebounded well, did the Gobblers, 22-18. But again, talking about the fact that they were shooting at 65%, there weren't a lot of opportunities to rebound because the fact that Crosby Ironton, just about every time they shot, it went in for them. Ray Nyberg did lead the Gobblers with 9.7 rebounds, but Eiley Cullum and Ella Jansen were both able to chip in as 6 points apiece as well, with Eiley Cullum coming into the lineup in a injury-filled way for the Gobblers as well. We'll talk more about that here on the pregame show as well. For the Park Rapids Panthers here tonight, well, they're now in the midst of back-to-back wins for them, most recently on Tuesday, 82-57, a win over Staples. They jumped out early, 25-4. At one point, they were ahead before a second-half lead, and they went on a 44-33. Lead went down to 44-33 before a 12-0 run, eventually building out to a 30-point lead in that victory for the Park Rapids Panthers over the Staples Motley's Cardinals on Tuesday as well. Tori Weaver did finish the contest with 25 points. Anna Yelanimi will put up a double-double of 12 points, 10 rebounds in that contest as well. Now joining us here on the pregame show is Jeremy Jansen here tonight, joining us in the broadcast booth from the Cub Foods Brainerd and Baxter radio booth here tonight. And Jeremy, we were talking about it as well for the Gobblers here. Injuries is starting to pile up, unfortunately, once again. Just when it seems one Gobbler girl comes back, one or two of them, unfortunately another one goes down as well for them too.
And we haven't had a full squad all year. You know, it's been, you know, one girl hurt, we get one back, and then to your point, Coach Ream even said the other night, he's like, in the first night, we had 9 girls, and in the warm-ups, Jilly rolls her ankle.
Yep.
And so it's been tough for them, you know, not having a full squad. So hopefully at some point here down the stretch, they get them all back and healthy and have an opportunity to play, you know, with a full squad.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Jill's out of the lineup tonight as well. She's in street clothes. Emma Sky came down on her leg awkwardly towards the end of the game, but she's in the lineup tonight as well, so that's good to see for the sophomore in Emma Sky. We'll have much more coming up here on the pregame show. Of course, we've got our conversation with Coach Mike Ream coming up here in just a little while. As the Aitkin Gobblers taking on the Park Rapids area Panthers tonight. Girls high school basketball on the Gobbler and yourliveevent.com.
At R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, we inspire to provide the best in local sports coverage for our area teams. Listen to our Wake the Lakes morning show for local news, weather, and sports every weekday morning from 6 to 9. If you're enjoying the video coverage of the Aitkin Gobblers, thank the sponsoring businesses you see advertising. They make it possible. If you're a business owner and want to reach our viewers and listeners, go to yourliveevent.com and click Advertise to get in contact. That's yourliveevent.com.
Aitkin Health Services is hiring additional nurses and CNAs. All new hires will receive a $4.75 per hour wage in addition to and above regular pay scale. Contact Aitkin Health Services to inquire on these positions or visit sfhs.hcshiring.com. St. Francis Health Services and Affiliates is an equal opportunity employer.
It's been a family tradition since 1938, purchasing a new Ford or pre-owned vehicle at Aitkin Motors. Another tradition that Aitkin Motors is proud of is supporting extracurricular activities for area students. Need an oil change or vehicle repair? Schedule an appointment with the Aitkin Motors Service Department. Tires? Check out the low price tire guarantee. Aitkin Motors, family owned and operated, serving the area for over 84 years. For hours, appointments, and vehicle inventory, visit AitkinMotorsCO.com.
Welcome to Aitkin Schools. Keep informed with district news and information for parents, families, students, and staff with your visit to the Aitkin School website at home.isd1.org. Our mission at Aitkin Schools is to empower students to be lifelong learners and citizens by maximizing community, parent, and staff involvement while developing high expectations and achievement in a safe learning environment. We are ISD1.
Between the 40 Club and the Landing. February Quarterbacks Club meeting will be at the 40 Club. Hope to see you there.
Welcome back to Aitkin High School tonight here on the Gobbler as well as yourliveevent.com. Paul Vold, Jeremy Jan tonight from Aitkin High School. The Park Rapids area Panthers taking on your Aitkin Gobblers tonight as we get further into the pregame show as well. And of course, Jeremy, we did mention a little bit in the start of the pregame, of course, with the opportunities in that game back on Tuesday, which seems like it was only yesterday, but it feels like a lifetime ago at this point, the way this week has gone for a lot of us. And, the Gobblers did out-rebound Crosby Ironton. We had down 22-18 in that department, but when a team's shooting 65% from the field, not a lot of rebounds to be bringing down off the glass.
Yeah, you can't do much about a hot shooting team, and that game started close. It was 22-18, and back and forth for a while, and then you miss a couple shots. It's almost like a turnover, and unfortunately they didn't miss many shots, and so kind of lengthened that lead a little bit, and then kind of ran away with it.
Yeah, unfortunately as well, the Gobblers had a hard time breaking the ball across half court, bringing the pressure, and that's one thing that a lot of teams this year, whenever Aitkin runs into at the half court, they just have a hard time getting it across the midcourt stripe, and that's where a lot of those turnovers and then free points the other way have led towards that half of the court too.
Yeah, and when we play Park Rapids the first time, you'll see it again tonight. They are very patient in their half-court press and do a really nice job. They turned us over many times and got a lot of easy buckets. So if we can do a better job of breaking that press and setting up an offense, we'll be decent shape tonight.
Yeah, and we'll talk with Coach Ream about that here momentarily as well with our pregame interview. And, of course, taking a look at our out-of-town scoreboard as well, we do have a final thus far. Aitkin Gobbler boys winning 81-45. They're up in Virginia. That's going to be they defeated International Falls in a little late season tournament action up the road in Virginia, with the Gobblers winning over International Falls. A halftime score as well over on 3WI AM 1270, 96.3. The first half of a doubleheader girls game at halftime. Pillager on top of Cass Lake Bena, on top of their opponent being, I have it right here in front of me somewhere, Sabika. It's Wadena Deer Creek. It's one of those weird doubleheaders with all the weather playing impact. So Wadena Deer Creek down at halftime against Pillager, 29-24. Of course, we'll keep you up to date with our out-of-town scoreboard and much more here. Still going on with the pregame show here tonight from Aitkin High School. Speaking of which, with our out-of-town schedule as well, we do have to report over on Talk 100 KLKS, the Perham and Pequot Lakes boys basketball game apparently not happening tonight for some reason. Our own Devin Kruger made it all the way to Pequot Lakes, pulled up, was probably one of about 5 cars in the parking lot, and said what gives, and apparently Perham didn't want to play or something along those lines. Some sort of miscommunication in the scheduling and a lot of those games as well. Then we were supposed to have as well Detroit Lakes at Crosby Ironton boys basketball tonight. That game was supposed to be Thursday, got moved to Friday. Now that game's on Monday. We'll have that game for you on Real Country 94.3 coming up.
I think it probably was the weather. They had shut down 94 in Fargo.
Yes.
They had 60-mile-an-hour winds there today, so maybe it was just road conditions over there to get this way probably weren't the best.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense when you say it compared to when I say it.
Yeah,
as well.
right.
But again, we'll have our conversation with Coach Mike Green coming up here in the pregame show here after another break. And the opening tap still on the way is the Aitkin Gobblers playing host to Park Rapids tonight. Girls High School Basketball Mid-State Conference action on the Gobbler and yourliveevent.com.
At Brandel Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC, their team works together to provide you with the ultimate Buick, GMC, and Chevrolet shopping experience. Browse the lot at brandelgm.com. They're there to exceed your expectations, deliver the best service possible, and make car shopping fun again. Browse the lot at brandelgm.com. When looking for your next new or used vehicle, shop Brandel Chevrolet, Buick, GMC in Aitkin. Our reputation rides with you. brandelgm.com.
At R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, we inspire to provide the best in local sports coverage for our area teams. Listen to our Wake the Lakes morning show for local news, weather, and sports every weekday morning from 6 to 9. If you're enjoying the video coverage of the Aitkin Gobblers, thank the sponsoring businesses UC Advertising. They make it possible. If you're a business owner and want to reach our viewers and listeners, go to yourliveevent.com and click Advertise to get in contact. That's yourliveevent.com.
Aitkin Health Services is hiring additional nurses and CNAs. All new hires will receive a $4.75 per hour wage in addition to and above regular pay scale. Contact Aitkin Health Services to inquire on these positions or visit sfhs.hcshiring.com. St. Francis Health Services and Affiliates is an equal opportunity employer.
It's been a family tradition since 1938, purchasing a new Ford or pre-owned vehicle at Aitkin Motors. Another tradition that Aitkin Motors is proud of is supporting extracurricular activities for area students. Need an oil change or vehicle repair? Schedule an appointment with the Aitkin Motors Service Department. Tires? Check out the low price tire guarantee. Aitkin Motors, family owned and operated, serving the area for over 84 years. For hours, appointments, and vehicle inventory, visit AitkinMotorsCO.com.
The Gobbler.
Guide Point Pharmacy in Aitkin is here to serve the people of this community with safe, accurate, and helpful service. If your prescriptions come from outside the area, consider using your local Guide Point Pharmacy today. You will not be disappointed. Call 218-670-7120 or stop by and say hi. We're one block lights in Aitkin, and thank you for your trust and patronage.
Welcome back to the pregame show here tonight on the Gobbler, KKIN, AM 930, FM translator 103.1. For those tuning in to the video stream at yourliveevent.com as we catch up with head coach for the Aitkin Gobblers, Coach Mike Green, joining us here on the pregame show. Coach, diving right into where we are now here for this game tonight, obviously with Park Rapids coming to town, but take a moment and step back to the game against Crosby Ironton back on Tuesday. Of course, a loss by the score of 69-35. Turnovers did mount early, and a close lead that was for the Rangers did balloon heading into halftime too. But looking back at that contest, I know that some injuries were a part of it in the beginning, before the game even started as well. What did you take away from that contest against Crosby Ironton back on Tuesday?
Shot free throws well. We're getting better at that. We're turning the ball over too much. We're trying to help the girls by maybe, like Park Rapids is going to press us, just 1-2-2 zone press, probably just like Crosby did. And so we put in another offense against it to try to mix some things up, get some kids open in the middle, and break it. So, but Crosby, yeah, that was trying to throw the ball over. The press is ridiculous, and we need to get, take a pass, make a pass, create passing lanes. So that's one thing. Hopefully, we can improve on. I don't know. I felt we were terrible on defense, letting Orline drive through one or two people, three people to get to the basket. So we need to play better defense. That's what I took from it. We got to be better with the ball, play better defense.
Absolutely, Coach. And also talking about now the second time around that you face against Park Rapids this season. Now you get them on your home court, too, talking about how they're going to probably bring the press in this matchup, too. From the game earlier this year, of course, looking at it how it was earlier this year, unfortunately, a loss for your team, too, over their place. Looking back at that, what were some big things that you took away from what Park Rapids was doing out there on the out on the court, I should say?
Well, they shoot really well. They shot the lights out in the first half, so we need to play more man, less zone, but that's hard for us to do. So we're working on man defense this week a lot, trying to get help weak side, which is a new concept for these girls because they had none of it before I came in. So we're just going to try to do more man-to-man principles and get in their face more. We just need to play better offense, too, against them, against everybody. So, we're hurting right now, and we just need to keep working on getting better defensively, getting better offensively. Park Rapids is a bad matchup for us, so, we just really need to bring our best game.
Well, we certainly do hope that the best is in store for the Gobblers tonight. Unfortunately, as well, a couple of players from that game against Crosby earlier. We know that Jill Klein hurt her ankle in warm-ups, and then obviously Emma, towards the later half, the last few moments of the game, too, ended up hurting herself, too, Emma Skye, that is. But with that does bring opportunity for more younger players to step up. And you even mentioned in the postgame as well, Coach, that unfortunately that you haven't been able to work with your full lineup and full repertoire of players pretty much throughout the entire season as well, with any combination of one player being out with injury, vacation of sorts. It can be a little bit of head-scratching for a coach and also frustrating, too, but it also presents an opportunity for some younger girls to get some varsity minutes, too.
Yeah, we did. We played Emma Jacobson and Sarah Thompson got more minutes because of Jilly's injury. We played Abby Palm a lot more during the game. She hardly came out. Jilly's ankle was better yesterday after she got it loosened up. She was at least walking on it, and it didn't feel too bad. So that's good. She's getting better. Emma ankle was fine. She's good to go. So you're right. It provides opportunity, and hopefully the girls can step up and fill shoes.
Absolutely, Coach, and obviously we do wish you the best of luck tonight here in this matchup, and look forward to talking to you after the game as well.
All right, thank you.
Head coach for Aitkin Gobblers, Mike Ream, joins us here on the pregame show. The Gobblers taking on the Park Rapids Panthers tonight, girls high school basketball, and your home for Aitkin Gobbler High Athletics throughout the entire season, right here, yourliveevent.com, and the Gobbler, KKIN, AM 930, FM 103.1. For those also tuning in the audio stream, you can tune in to rjbroadcasting.com. More of the pregame show coming up here after another break.
Welcome to Aitkin Schools. Keep informed with district news and information for parents, families, students, and staff with your visit to the Aitkin School website at home.isd1.org. Our mission at Aitkin Schools is to empower students to be lifelong learners and citizens by maximizing community, parent, and staff involvement while developing high expectations and achievement in a safe learning environment. We are ISD1.
At Brandel Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC, their team works together to provide you with the ultimate Buick, GMC, and Chevrolet shopping experience. Browse the lot at brandelgm.com. They're there to exceed your expectations, deliver the best service possible, and make car shopping fun again. Browse the lot at brandelgm.com. When looking for your next new or used vehicle, shop Brandel Chevrolet Buick GMC in Aitkin. Our reputation rides with you. brandelgm.com.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you. Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And it's done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
This is Jim Berkemeyer, owner of R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. Together with Bernie, we're inviting you to join us on a tour of Victoria, Vancouver, and the Canadian Rockies, July 14th through 23rd. On this tour, we'll visit historic Victoria, tour the breathtaking Butchert Gardens, and experience the stunning scenery of the Canadian Rockies via rails train. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ. Learn more about this tour and watch the travel show, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure. Remember the keyword RJ.
Coming June 23rd through the 25th at Brainerd International Raceway, the Midwest Premier Country and Rock Festival. Lakes Jam presented by R&J Broadcasting. Hear John Party, Tesla, Gabby Barrett, Warrant, Kicks, Mark Wills, and more. It's more than a music festival with watercross, drifting, poker tourneys, lawnmower racing, and more. For tickets and more information, visit lakesjam.com.
Welcome back to Aitkin High School tonight here on the Gobbler and YourLiveEvent.com. High school basketball here on Homegrown Local Radio. We get ready here for tonight's contest here, tuning in live. Of course, you can always tune in with our video stream for high school events for the Aitkin Gobblers, YourLiveEvent.com, and our audio stream as well at rjbroadcasting.com. Getting a look here at our starting lineups tonight. Going first with the visiting team, the Park Rapids Panthers tonight. We do have starting in their lineup number 1, a junior in Mickey Clark. Number 2 is a senior in Abby Morris. Number 12, a junior in Tori Weaver. Number 25 is Julia Harmon, who is a junior. And then at number 31, well, we don't have a number 31 on either roster that comes to us here from the high school or the one that I created. But the closest one we have is number 30 in Avery Cedarstrom. That sounds about right for our contest here. Is Avery Cedarstrom is a junior as well. I'm going to guess that it is Avery Cedarstrom. It is not, and it's actually number Olivia Davis that is actually going to be in the lineup as number 31. Have her written down as number 13. So make that note here as Cedarstrom not in the starting lineup tonight. So we'll have Olivia Davis switching around, number 31 instead of number 13. Make that a note in the book as well. Head coach for the Park Rapids area Panthers is Nick Lemke. For the Aitkin Gobblers tonight, starting lineup is going to be number 3, a 5'3" freshman and guard, Abby Palm. Number 15 is a 5'8" senior forward in Ray Nyberg. Number 21 is a 5'4" junior guard in Eiley Cullum. Number 23, a 5'10" sophomore forward in Emma Sky. Number 24, a 5'5" junior guard, Ella Jansen. Head coach for the Aitkin Gobblers is Mike Ream, assisted by Jason Long. Manager is Taryn Olson. From the Cub Foods Brainerd Baxter radio booth here tonight at Aitkin High School, the Aitkin Gobblers will be wearing the the home black uniforms. Aitkin going across the chest with also number 13 as it's going to be Olivia Davis. Number 13 is number 31, so make that a note as well. So there we go. Usually helps if the rosters are up to date as we wait for the pep band to make its way off the court, and we can get ready to go here for tonight's contest. It'll be Ray Nyberg and Julia Harmon to take the opening tap, won and controlled by the Park Rapids Area Panthers. As we work the radio dial at the Gobbler, KKIN, AM 930, FM 103.1, and also at rjbroadcasting.com. Initial shot from Harmon blocked up down along the left baseline. Gobblers will take it right back as it'll be Abby Palm bringing it across half court. Gobblers working left to right on your radio dials, computer screens, mobile devices with you here tonight. Eiley Cullum from the now pass to the top of the circle for Palm. Now back to Ella Jansen on the right wing. Working one-on-one, look for a pass to Ray inside, just outside the paint. Skip pass back into the right corner. And dribbling out of trouble now for Ella Jansen. Palm will stop, pop a shot. Good for the first points of the night for the Aitkin Gobblers.
Nice little offensive series for the Gobblers. They moved the ball well and got a good look, and Abby buried it.
Back the other way, here come the Panthers trying to get something through the middle is Abby Morris, and we get a travel called against Morris. And the Gobblers will get the ball right back with 17:02 on the Brando Motors of Aitkin and Aitkin Health Services scoreboards. Inbound from Jansen right to Abby Palm. Looking to get it over to Eiley Cullum, and she loses the handle as it goes right near Coach Mike Ream, and a turnover by Aitkin. Olivia Davis will inbound the basketball. On our programs and probably yours at home, wearing number 13, at least it says. Weak side pass in the hands of Harmon, and goes off the window for two to tie it up at 2 apiece. Davis wearing number 31, not number 13. Turnover by Aitkin right at midcourt. Davis will go up off the glass and roll it in for 2 points. 4-2 advantage, 4 straight points off those turnovers from the Panthers. Jansen down the length of the court, throws a pass, goes off the body of a Panther, and out of bounds. It will stay with the Gobblers. It was Tori Weaver who got in the way from Jansen. Ella will inbound to Abby Palm, just tipped out of her reach as it goes in the hands now of Abby Morris. Morris down the length of the court. Now to Harmon. Streak pass for Weaver. Floater in the lane, not enough. Gets her own rebound. Weaver is impeded upon, and we will get a foul called down on the floor. And we'll get 2 free throws coming up. First foul of the night belongs to Aitkin and Eiley Cullum. That'll be her first. Final score in the first half of that doubleheader on 3 WIs. The first free throw from Weaver is no good. Wadena Deer Creek sneaks past the Pillager Huskies girls team. 43-42 that final score after it was 29-24 at the half. Pillager was on top by 5. Second free throw no good from Weaver. Gobblers look to break it out. They will do just that to Ray Nyberg near the right corner. Draws that double team, but gets it back out to Ella Jansen. Fires up a deep three, and she hits it all the way from beyond the arc. Davis back the other way. Cross-court heave, looking for Abby Morris. She'll go off the glass as she's called for an offensive foul.
I would agree with that. She kind of leaned in, gave Abby a nice little shot to the midsection and moved her in the lane, so it's a good call.
5-4 the advantage for the Aitkin Gobblers after that three-pointer from Ella Jansen. Abby Palm across half court, swatted out of the air at midcourt. Abby Morris. Mickey Davis will come out with a loose ball for the Panthers. To Morris, top of the right side, dribbles her way back towards the middle of the floor. From the free throw line, awkward step, and we get a push called against. It's going to be against Aitkin, it seems. It'll be against Eiley Cullum. That'll be her second already. 2.5 minutes in. 3 off the right side. Hits, does Abby Morris. 7-5 the score. Coming across the timeline, trying to at least now. The Gobblers will get it across to Eiley Cullum. To Abby Palm at the top of the circle. Dribbling her way around the perimeter. Now we'll get it to Ella Jansen, dribbling down along the baseline to Cullum. Left wing through the middle. It's going to be taken away. This time another turnover forced by the Panthers as Tori Weaver will bring it up to the front court. Right side, now cuts through the middle, throws up another shot, doesn't go. Long rebound in the hands of Olivia Davis. Davis across court heave to the right side. Weaver is going to fire a 3. Good. Back-to-back threes from the Panthers. We'll make it a 5-point advantage at 10-5. Cullum gets it to Nyberg right in front of the Panther bench. Now back out to the top of the circle, right side. Jansen left all alone, firing up another three, misses the mark as it goes off the hand of a Panther right around the area of Olivia Davis, I believe, as player coming off the court.
I think Weaver took an elbow to the teeth. She was bleeding from the mouth there, I think.
Unfortunately, that's not good as an injury substitution in. Seeing number 20, Gabby Shapersky in her stead. Shapersky wearing number 20. Inbound right to Ray Nyberg. Up with the right hand. Can't finish the shot, though. Fight for the rebound. It's going to be Abby Morris who gets the board. Outlet to Julia Harmon. Up with the left hand. Basket will count. And she is fouled on her way to the hoop. It'll be the Gobblers' third foul already. And it'll be to Emma Jacobson, her first. Jacobson checking in as Emma Sky out as well. Checking in Sophie Snyder. And one free throw from Harmon, no good. Quickly, the Gobblers get it up across half court to Abby Palm. Over the right side now, dribbling along the baseline, going towards the basket, stolen away from Jacobson by Mickey Davis. As she'll hesitate, now reestablishes the team across half court to Shapersky. At the free throw line, left side, Morris gonna drive, skips it into Harmon, denied. As it'll go out of bounds, last touch by a Gobbler. 12-5 our score with 13:56 in the first half to play.
Girls are more active tonight with their feet, moving quickly, closing down those shooting lanes.
13:56 inbound to the left side for Harmon. Right on for Shapersky at the top of the circle, no good. Rebound down to Davis, up off the window, finishes it this time. As it'll be coming across now for Emma Jacobson. Gets it to Sophie Snyder, and a foul called in transition. As the Gobblers will have the foul assessed to number 1, Mickey Clark of the Panthers. Team second. A couple more players checking in. Emma Sky's in for Ray Nyberg. Number 23, Hallie Eichens into the game, and also seeing number 21, I believe, Anna Yelanimi into the game as well. Right side, going along that baseline again. Fed down low from Jansen to Sky. Initial shot does not go. Last touch by a Gobbler, and will go right back to the Panthers. Gobblers holding at 5 points as they trail by 9 at 14-5. Davis, Olivia Davis that is, back out. Shapersky for a three, no good. Rebounded down to Abby Palm. No, that's going to be Emma Jacobson out to Abby Palm, looking for Ella Jansen. Backside pass, tries to get it to Sophie Snyder. It's taken away. And also a foul called as Abby Morris stole that opportunity from the Gobblers. Snyder will be called for her first. They're going to call that.
Gobblers' fourth foul evening.
Already 5 minutes into the game, Gobblers have 4 fouls. To the left side now for the Panthers for Abby Morris. Morris to Yelanimi, right side for Shapersky. She looks to drive, stops inside the circle, as now going to firing up a shot, and Yelanimi no good. Rebounded down to Ella Jansen. Skips it over to Abby Palm across half court now with the full head of steam at the left elbow extended back out to Sophie Snyder. Top of the circle now looking for Jacobson. She'll drive out the right side. Shot off the window, not enough as it rolled right out into the hands of Abby Morris. 12:29 to go. Shapersky to Morris. Back to Shapersky, left side for a three off the side of the rim. Long rebound picked up by Ella Jansen as it goes off before the ball was thrown away. It was a timeout taken by Coach Mike Ream for the Aitkin Gobblers. 14-5 our score. Looks like just a quick 30-second timeout here early on, Jeremy. Some of the numbers glaring already. Gobblers, 6 turnovers already?
6 turnovers, yep. 6-1. Although rebounds right now it's 4-3 Gobblers. So if we get
seeing Tori Weaver for the Panthers coming out of the locker room right now. See if she's inserted back into the lineup here before too long, or getting an extra few moments as well. 14-5 our score on the Brando Motors of Aitkin and also Aitkin Health Services scoreboards here on yourliveevent.com and, of course, on the Gobbler, KKIN, AM 930 and FM 103.1. Gobblers keep the basketball right in front of their bench. Emma Jacobson will inbound to Sarah Thompson, who checked in during the stoppage. Abby Palm across half court. Palm throws up an errant pass as it goes in the hands now of number 23, Hallie Eichens. Outlets to Morris. Back out to Eichens for a three. Straight on. Nowhere to go as Yelanimi gets the board. Fed down low for Eichens. Back out to Olivia Davis. Thought about passing. Shoots it, and it goes. 16-5. The Gobblers trail against Park Rapids. 11:45 to go in the first half. Thompson gets it on the left wing, is now getting it right back to Abby Palm at the top of the circle. Looks for some help. Gets into a double team situation near the right corner. Down along the right baseline through the middle. Nobody there in a black shirt. It's thrown away once again to Hallie Eichens. Eichens, a cross-court pass once again. High up off the window. Not enough from Olivia Davis, but a rebound down to Yelanimi. Three-pointer from Shapersky is good. 19-5. With 11 minutes to go in the first half, Gobblers down by 14. Sarah Thompson looks to get a pass to a teammate across half court. Now to Emma Jacobson. Rolls it off her leg. Somehow comes out with it after it was stolen away. To Thompson, steps, shoots, short of the mark. Rebounded down to Eichens. She'll back out. And will take the board across half court now to Davis for a three-pointer. Or Morris, that is. Missed as Emma Sky collects the loose change. I'll be across the timeline once again for Abby Palm. Left side now for Thompson. Thompson inside the circle, the perimeter. Three outside. Not enough from Emma Jacobson, and a rebound down to Olivia Davis. 10 minutes to go in the first half. We hold at 19-5 the score. Through the middle, Shapersky rolls it up off the fingertips, and for another 2 points for Shapersky. 21-5. Gobblers down by 16. It'll be Palm now across half court, trying to find a pass as she was caught in no man's land, as just gives it right back to the Panthers. Abby Morris going to fire up another three. High up off the backboard, hits the connecting joints of the backboard and will be out of bounds. Gobblers will get the basketball right back. More substitutions in for each side. Ray Nyberg's back in. Jansen as well. Emma Sky's out. Bringing back in Sophie Snyder. As Jansen takes the inbound right back to the inbounder. That being Jacobson to Sophie Snyder across half court to Ray Nyberg. Nyberg goes towards the hoop as she's fouled upon, and will get free throw opportunities for the Gobblers tonight.
Nice job by the Gobblers. That was an easy press break that, result to the line for Ray.
Ray at the line for the first time tonight. First time for either Gobbler, any Gobbler, I should say, and misses the front end of two. End of the first quarter. Timberwolves and Bulls of Chicago tied at 27.
Minnesota still has a professional basketball team?
I say that every time that there's a result on that score as well. If anything, they should just put a second hockey team in the target set.
Yeah, it would be okay with me.
Absolutely. Make it Minneapolis' team.
Yeah. Or maybe just move the Iowa Wild up to.
This is true. The Iowa Wild did come in handy for the pro team for a while.
They did.
Got some big wins and put up some gaudy numbers. And again, they did beat Montreal. I think it was 8-2 a few weeks ago. And, well, Montreal is now not good, to say the least. 9.5 to go in the first half. Gobblers 21-5. They trail. Ray Nyberg off the right side. It takes a double team, and she is fouled upon. On her way to the basket again, she will head her way to the free throw line. That last foul going against Shapersky it was.
Yep.
And it'll be Anna Yelanimi, with her first of the night as well. Ray back at the line after missing both, and makes it 3 in a row, unfortunately, for Aitkin. Second free throw coming up here for the Gobblers as well. Or for Ray, I should say. Knocks it down.
One thing Ray's really done throughout her career is worked on free throw shooting as a freshman. Remember watching, she'd get to the line all the time, as strong as she was, but she couldn't, you know.
Three from Shapersky is no good as Ray comes down with a rebound. Gobblers will outlet to Jacobson. Loses the handle in transition as it'll be collected by Hallie Eichens. Eichens will stretch it out to Shapersky. Shapersky steps inside to Yelanimi, left all alone for number 15 on the shot. Maddie Meninga. Shot no good. A three from Eichens no good as it went halfway down. Kick back out. Sophie Snyder lands it in her hands. And right back to Emma Jacobson across half court. Right side for Jansen. She'll drive along the baseline. Looks for a pass back out to Ray. She'll step, fire a shot. Knocks down the jumper. 8.5 to go in the first half. Gobblers down 13 now, 21-8. Meninga finds somewhere out in the right corner, I should say, a three, but a foul called. As it'll be Meninga, I believe, assess her first, and she'll go that way. Quick note, just to wrap up our conversation about the Wild really quick, more about the Montreal Canadiens. Interim head coach, Martin St. Louis. Interim GM, Vinny LeCavalier.
Yeah, I wonder if those guys have any connection.
Yeah, just a little bit. Probably athletic trainer going to be Dave Andrechuk.
Yeah, right.
Nikolai Hobby-Bulin will be the water boy.
Water boy, yeah.
Let's see.
Need a stick guy.
Yeah, need a stick guy. Trying to think of some other old Tampa players. They could throw in Bugsy Malone in there,
Yeah.
Ryan Malone, a longtime Tampa guy. Also played for a bunch of other teams too, but significantly with Tampa in his time as well. But go back to the initial cup run back in the day for Tampa. There were some fun years down there.
They were, yeah.
8:14 to go in the first half. Gobblers will inbound to left of the basket. We'll get it out to Eileen Cullum as she checked back in from the free throw circle. Palm that is, with the handle. Now to Sophie Snyder, out for Ella Jansen, going to fire a three just off the left side. Not enough as it rattles around in some hands, and it comes down into the hands of, looks like, Abby Morris. She'll take it across half court. Over to left side for Eichens. Eichens, a cross-court heave. Somewhere gets it out to Julia Harmon for a jumper, who's been quiet as she's been on the bench for a significant time. 23-8 with 7:42 to play in the first half. Jansen across half court now. Works it right side back to Palm. Palm looks to step in. Three from Jansen on the way. Good from Ella Jansen. Gobblers trail by 12 now, 23-11. Turnaround pass over to Hallie Eichens. Floater from the right elbow just gets enough to sneak in.
7th scorer for Park Rapids so far.
As the Gobblers look to break out, they do just that thus far. Tabby Palm, Eiley Cullum to Emma Sky. Turnaround shot in the lane just inside the free throw circle as unable to get the rebound. Sophie Snyder as it goes to Yelanimi. She'll give it up to Abby Morris. Goes down the length of the floor to Eichens. Right through, back out now to Harmon. Mickey Davis looks to drive right side, throws up an awkward shot, and she will get fouled upon, and 2 free throws coming up here for Mickey Davis.
Is it Mickey Davis or Mickey Clark?
Sure, we'll go with that. Clark.
Clark.
Davis's, Morris's,
Clark's,
Stevens, Jones's, Jackson's. It's all the same after a while.
I just wanted to make sure your official book was correct.
You're correct in being correct. My wife tells me I'm right sometimes.
I know the feeling is seldom, though, right?
That it certainly is. Foul against Sophie Snyder. That's her second as Clark misses the first of 2. Scoreboard goes out momentarily. Now we're back. Second free throw, no good, as it rolls out after being last touched by, I believe, Julia Harmon, the one that last touched it for the Panthers. Some reason Mickey Davis just sounded better as opposed to Clark. No offense to the Clark family if they're tuning in tonight or if they're here in attendance as well. Near turnover, Clark forces it, and Davis comes out with it. Olivia Davis, that is. Now to Morris for a 3 right side. Long rebound into the hands of Eichens. Allie Eichens with it with 6.5 to go, up 25-11. Loose ball once again. Davis back over to Eichens, resetting the offense, looking for a pass to the right side now for Morris. Morris skips it inside to Harmon, unable to hang on to it, but a foul called down on the floor, it looks like, on the reach. Eiley Cullum will get her third of the half. 6:13 to go in the first half. Emma Jacobson will check in for Eiley.
6-team foul for the Gobblers.
5 for the Panthers in this first half. Right to Harmon. Turnaround awkward chance as it's no good, but coming down with it was Nyberg before it's taken back and a travel called against. Looks like there'll be Harmon who gave out an outlet pass to Mickey Clark for a 3, but would have not counted as the travel was called by one of our officials down on the floor. Ella Jansen looks for that deep in-pound pass. She'll just give her right to Emma Jacobson across half court. Jacobson on a double team, looks to break out, almost throws it away as Ray Nyberg goes down to the floor, a fight for it. Jump ball in the tie-up. Gobblers will keep it. Late bodies flying in there to try and force the jump ball. Under 6 to play, Gobblers down 14 at 25-11. Inbound to Ella Jansen after she gets it to Ray Nyberg. Hands it off to Abby Palm at the top of the key now for the Gobblers. Right side to Jansen, left alone, stops, fires a 3, does Ella. No good. A rebound down to Emma Sky. Sky looks for a little bit of push inside, goes up with the right hand, rattles all the way around, finally falls in for Emma Sky.
That was a strong play by Emma. Good rebound and then a putback.
Good patience as well from Skies. A steal from Ray Nyberg. Trying to go the other way, playing well defensively. No foul with the putback, and this time it goes for the Gobbler on the putback, that being Ella Jansen. Gobblers close within 10 with 5:17 to play in the first half. 25-11 our score. Looks like a full timeout taken on the floor. Riverwood Healthcare Center timeout. We'll step aside here for a quick break here on the Gobbler and YourLiveEvent.com.
Welcome to Aitkin Schools. Keep informed with district news and information for parents, families, students, and staff with your visit to the Aitkin School website at home.isd1.org. Our mission at Aitkin Schools is to empower students to be lifelong learners and citizens by maximizing community, parent, and staff involvement while developing high expectations and achievement in a safe learning environment. We are ISD1.
Back here on the Gobbler, KKIN, AM 930 FM translator 103.1, and also at rjbroadcasting.com. 25-15, Gobblers have closed the lead after being trailing by as much as 14 points here in this contest, and probably in that short order as well, but the Gobblers has still got a little bit of pressure in front of them as well. Back the other way as Morris loses the ball down the floor. Gobblers come out with it. Ella Jansen, who got the putback shot after the layup from Ray Nyberg's, was stopped. Jumper from Jacobson, no good. Loose rebound. It comes into the hands of Julia Harmon. She'll give it right to her teammate in Abby Morris to the left side for Shapersky. Give and go between Morris and Shapersky after the Riverwood Healthcare Center timeout taken by Coach Mike Ream for the Gobblers. Shot from Harmon, no good, as the fight for the rebound will cause a jump ball. Tie-up will give the ball to the Panthers with 4.5 to go in the first half. Inbound to the left of the basket for Morris. Gets it to Julia Harmon. Harmon right side for Shapersky, left all alone for a 3. Hits a three-pointer, does. Shapersky, 28-15 now the score. Panthers on top of your Gobblers. Loose ball at midcourt lands in the hands of the Panthers, I should say. Back out for a 3, no good, as Morris unable to get the 3 to go, but it'll be a foul called by the Gobblers. On the Gobblers, Emma Sky will get her first. First free throw is good from Julia Harmon. Second free throw also good from Harmon as well. Gobblers get it up to the front court. Jacobson almost going out of bounds, but will keep it alive to her teammate in Ella Jansen. Tip pass right to Ray Nyberg. Palm going to fire a three-pointer. Rushed on it and hits off the back of the iron and lands in the hands of Julia Harmon. Outstretched pass now to Shapersky. Going to fire another three off the back of the rim. No good. Fight for the rebound, and Gobblers will be assessed a foul, it looks like, and might be against, I believe, Jansen. 17 foul, 30-15. That'll be Ray assessed the foul. Julia Harmon will go to the line. Halftime score over on Cash 95 and YourLiveEvent.com. Front end of the 1-and-1 is good from Julia Harmon. Cass Lake Bena boys basketball up 44-37 against Pine River Bacchus. That's the halftime score. Second free throw is no good. Jansen gets the rebound for the Gobblers. She'll take it herself across half court. Working it to the right side. Now it'll be to Ray Nyberg. Down low, Emma Sky hits off the bottom of the rim.
Just got herself a little too far under the hoop, but a good play there. Nice pass by Ray.
3.5 to play. Skip pass down low inside, unable. Hot pass as it's taken away by the Gobblers in Emma Jacobson. Palm stretches it out. Jansen for a three, right corner. No good. Long rebound back to Jansen. She'll fire another three. No good. Olivia Davis with the rebound for the Panthers as Abby Morris will bring it across half court now. Just beyond the reach of Julia Harmon. A turnover by the Panthers with 3:02 to play in the first half. Substitutions to each side. Sophie Snyder back in the ball game. Also seeing Sarah Thompson checking in. Anna Yelanimi, a long stretch inbound, a home run ball. Fouled on the way was Ray Nyberg. And she'll head her way to the free throw line once again. And it'll be Olivia Davis with her first of the night. Team 6 of the first half. Gobblers with 8 fouls in the opening half. With exactly 3 minutes to go. Ray at the line. First is good for the Gobblers. Ella keeping the arm ready for softball season coming up here. Of course, still a few more basketball games in store. But
yes.
Second free throw is also good. Ray now connecting on both free throws, closing the deficit at 14. Gobblers trailed by as little as 10 here after this most recent stretch. Anna Yelanimi at midcourt, stolen away by Sophie Snyder. Stops, gets it out to Sarah Thompson. Inside the perimeter, back out Abby Palm for a three. Good. She hits it. 31-20 with 2.5 to play in the first half. Gobblers down by 11. Could use a few more of those and a few more stops on the defensive end. Nikki Clark back out to Shapersky. Shapersky trying to dribble her way towards the corner. Back out to Julia Harmon. Harmon gets a screen. That's stolen away by Ella Jansen. Jansen will get it over to Ray Nyberg. Nyberg will outlet to Sarah Thompson. Thompson stops at the three-point line. Fires up a three. No good. Long rebound. It's picked up by Olivia Davis, who'll give it up to Mickey Clark at half court.
Good look by Thompson. Just didn't go. He'll take that shot all the time.
Looking to the right side now as Olivia Davis will be fouled upon by Ray Nyberg. It'll be Ray's second of the half. Under 2 to go. Ray with 5 points in the first half. 1-and-1 there for Olivia Davis. First free throw, good. 32-20. Emma Sky checks in for Ray Nyberg. 32-20, the score. Second free throw is up and no good. Long rebound to Emma Sky. She'll come out with it. into the corner now, hands it off to Sarah Thompson. She's in the same spot that Emma Sky was. Now both of them break out as the Gobblers will try to bring it across half court. They do to the right corner for Ella Jansen. Jansen, skip, backdoor pass, unable as just a little too strong from Sophie Snyder. And missed chance there by Aitkin with 90 seconds to play in the first half, down 32-20. Left side, Shapersky a three. Why not? It's good. 35-20. Sophie Snyder. High cross-court pass to Ella Jansen. Palm throws it away to Anna Yelanimi for the Panthers as it's stripped away by Jansen but goes out of bounds. With 1:09 to play in the first half. Of course, halftime show. Get a look at our out-of-town scoreboard, second half adjustments, and numbers from the first half as we always do. Right to Anna Yelanimi off the inbound. Near the right corner, just inside the arc from Julia Harmon, no good. Shot lands in the hands of Ella Jansen to Abby Palm now. Thompson's pass blocked out of the air by Shapersky, goes out of bounds as Clark turns it over for the Panthers.
We got 14 turnovers for the Gobblers, 7 for the Panthers.
51.8 seconds to go until halftime. Gobblers down 15 at 35-20. Abby Palm to Sarah Thompson. Thompson, right corner, three from Jansen, left corner with the rebound and the putback, unable to finish. Sky gets a rebound as she's whipped out of the air, stays on her feet though. Jump ball on the tie-up, it will stay with Aitkin. As behind on the play, Ella Jansen gets substituted for. As we'll see, checking in for her place, I believe Abby Palm checked in.
Emma Jacobson, I think.
Oh, Jacobson, yes,
Yep.
That's right. One of the two. Inbound to Sophie Snyder, high off her hands, but recollects it with 33 seconds to go until halftime. Thompson, right side along the baseline, now back out to Jacobson at the free throw circle. At the line now, we'll get it back out to Abby Palm. 20 seconds to go. Dribbling. Picks up the dribble. Now we'll to the right wing. Trying to find somewhere to get inside the perimeter. Emma Sky will be fouled upon down underneath. And it'll be.
Send Emma to the line for a 1-and-1.
That's right. 17 foul of the half. Foul called against Mickey Clark. Her second of the night. Team seventh of the half. 11.6 seconds to go. Abby Morris back in as Clark is out. Front end of the 1-and-1 for Emma Sky is good. 35-21 the score. Second free throw from Sky coming up is also good. 35-22, substitution in, Emma Sky's out. Ray Nyberg back in. 11.6 seconds go until halftime. Morris across the timeline for the Panthers. Left elbow back out for Harmon. Straight on Shapersky for a three. Hits it big. 38-22 with no time left, and the Gobblers will trail 38-22 at the halftime break. Get a look at our out-of-town scoreboard and much more coming up here with our halftime break. We'll step aside for a break here on your home for Aitkin Gobbler sports all season long on the Gobbler as well as yourliveevent.com.
Riverwood Healthcare Center in Aitkin provides total joint care for shoulders, elbows, hips, knees, hands, and wrists. Our team of highly skilled orthopedic surgeons use innovative procedures to increase mobility and reduce pain. Get back to the activities you enjoy. Learn more at riverwoodhealthcare.org. Riverwood Healthcare, your trusted leader for orthopedics and sports medicine.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
Aitkin Gobblers Action with your live event is made possible by the advertising businesses you see throughout this broadcast. They help ensure that we can bring you the coverage at the best price, free. Please thank and support our sponsoring businesses. If you own a business or your organization wants to reach the listeners and viewers of your live event and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, go to yourliveevent.com and click Advertise or contact one of the offices in Brainerd or Aitkin. Enjoy the broadcast.
Welcome back to Aitkin High School tonight here on the Gobbler, KKIN, AM 930, FM translator 103.1. Those tuning in online as well, yourliveevent.com. Our halftime score is 38-22. Park Rapids on top. Your Aitkin Gobbler girls here at the halftime break. Paul Fold joined alongside Jeremy Jansen. And it feels like, obviously, too, we look at some of the numbers, Jeremy. This game, there have been spurts there where Aitkin has been a really good defensive team, and on the other side, unfortunately, turnovers have hurt them on the offensive end as well.
Right. And they got that down to 10. Had an opportunity, with a three-pointer there, and it rattles out. Could have cut it to single digits, and you go right back down, and they hit a three, and all of a sudden it's 13. So a couple more turnovers for the Gobblers. It's 14-7 in turnovers. You cut those down to 10. This is probably a 5-point game. So
absolutely,
you take care of the ball a little bit better, but they're playing hard, and it's fun to watch.
I'm sure for Park Rapids as well, they're missing the presence of Tori Weaver in their lineup as well. Came out early in the first half after taking an elbow, I believe it was against Ray Nyberg as well. She's been sitting at the end of the bench, most likely under the concussion protocols, but one can only assume, at least from up here in the Cub Foods radio booth, Cub Foods Brainerd and Baxter radio booth, I should say. But we'll just continue to be suspect on that as well. But again, 38-22 our halftime score. Getting a look at our out-of-town scoreboard again. A final already on 3WI AM 1270, 96.3 FM, as it was a final score. Getting a last-second opportunity, Wadena Deer Creek escapes over the Pillager girls, 43-42, a final halftime score on Cash 95 and yourliveevent.com. Cass Lake Bena, the number 6 ranked team in Class A for the boys, on top at halftime, 44-37 against Pine River Bacchus. Looking at some more of the numbers, Jeremy, who we got leading the way for both teams?
Yeah, Gabby Shapersky for the Panthers has 14 points, and Julia Harmon has 9. She also has 6 rebounds for the Panthers. The Gobblers, Ella has 8 and 6 boards, and Ray has 5 points. 5 points and a couple boards. Emma Sky with 4 points and 4 boards. Rebounds pretty equal, 18-14 in favor of the Panthers. Turnovers a big difference so far, 14-7 in favor of the Gobblers, which we don't want that one to be in favor of.
Yes, most definitely as well. More here with the halftime show coming up. Second half adjustments, of course, the second half still on the way. 38-22 on the Brandel Motors of Aitkin and Aitkin Health Services scoreboards here tonight on yourliveevent.com as well as the Gobbler. We'll be back here after another break. Girls High School basketball, homegrown local radio, and yourliveevent.com.
Coming June 23rd through the 25th at Brainerd International Raceway, the Midwest Premier Country and Rock Festival. Lakes Jam presented by R&J Broadcasting. On the Bud Light main stage, hear John Party, Tesla, Gabby Barrett, Warrant, Kicks, Mark Wills, and more. It's more than a music festival with watercross, drifting, poker tourneys, lawnmower racing, and more. For tickets and more information, visit lakesjam.com.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you. Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day, and is done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
This is Jim Berkemeyer, owner of R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. Together with Bernie, we're inviting you to join us on a tour of Victoria, Vancouver, and the Canadian Rockies, July 14th through 23rd. On this tour, we'll visit historic Victoria, tour the breathtaking Butchert Gardens, and experience the stunning scenery of the Canadian Rockies via rails train. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ. Learn more about this tour and watch the travel show, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure. Remember the keyword RJ.
Coming.
Welcome back here to Aitkin High School tonight here on yourliveevent.com, as well as the Gobbler, KKIN, AM 930, FM 103.1. For those also tuning in to the audio stream at rjbroadcasting.com. Paul Vold, Jeremy Jansen. Our halftime score, 38-22. Both teams still in the locker rooms right now, getting a glimpse here at the future of Aitkin girls basketball right now. Some of the youngsters getting a chance to play out on the big court as well. But Jeremy, obviously, too, we've been alluding to it with the turnovers, a 2-1 margin with Aitkin in front in that category. A big glaring number. But again, we've talked about there have been some spurts here from the Gobblers where they've been able to force turnovers and hit some shots, but now we just need to see it on a little bit more of a consistent basis, especially going here in the second half.
Correct. You couldn't be more correct. The other thing, too, is we've missed some bunnies underneath the hoop. I mean, we've had 3 or 4 opportunities with some easy layups that just haven't gone in, rolled around and out. And, you have 4 easy layups. You put 8 points on there, it's an 8-point game. And so we got to start finishing those and cut down on the turnovers, and this game will stay tight.
And again, from earlier as well, the Aitkin Gobbler boys won 81-45 over International Falls. That game up in Virginia is a little bit of a late season tournament action up in Virginia as well. Gobbler boys play tomorrow as well in Virginia. The Gobbler girls junior varsity team fell 49-16 here at Aitkin High School. But a friendly reminder once again here as we go into the weekend, don't forget that R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is your exclusive home for Super Bowl 56. We've got 6 stations. We're going to put Super Bowl 56 on 3 of them. That's right, 3WI AM 1270, 96.3 FM, Talk 100 KLKS, and Real Country 94.3. We'll start with pregame coverage for Super Bowl 56 starting at 1 o'clock coming up on Sunday. Don't forget, you can also tune in the Saturday Sports Wrap on Saturday, obviously, in the name within itself. Golden Gopher men's basketball on Saturday. Then for some reason, the NBA just wants to take a little bit of credit away from the Super Bowl and play the Timberwolves at the Pacers. I highly doubt anybody will be at that contest, but we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. But, of course, both teams slowly making their way out. Probably get a couple extra minutes on the scoreboard for a little bit of some shooting for both teams to get warmed up. But, again, second half adjustments coming up here for Aitkin, too, is definitely cleaning up a lot of those missed opportunities underneath the basket as well.
Yeah, and Coach Azreem, in his pregame, he said, we put in another play to help break that 1-2-2 press, and we've done a decent job of that. We haven't turned the ball over in the backcourt, a couple times, but I can tell you from the first time we played them, there was probably 20-some turnovers in that first game, and half of them were in the backcourt with easy layups, and we just haven't given that. And ultimately this year, the struggle for the Gobblers in this last couple weeks has been turnovers, and if they can cut down on that, they can play, so.
Look forward to the second half. 38-22 our halftime score on the Aitkin Health Services and Brandel Motors of Aitkin scoreboards. We'll take this break. Second half coming up here after this on yourliveevent.com, the Gobbler, and rjbroadcasting.com.
Through the 25th at Brainerd International Raceway, the Midwest Premier Country and Rock Festival. Lakes Jam presented by R&J Broadcasting. Hear John Party, Tesla, Gabby Barrett, Warrant, Kicks, Mark Wills, and more. It's more than a music festival with watercross, drifting, poker tourneys, lawnmower racing, and more. For tickets and more information, visit lakesjam.com.
Welcome to Aitkin Schools. Keep informed with district news and information for parents, families, students, and staff with your visit to the Aitkin School website at home.isd1.org. Our mission at Aitkin Schools is to empower students to be lifelong learners and citizens by maximizing community, parent, and staff involvement while developing high expectations and achievement in a safe learning environment. We are ISD1.
Riverwood Healthcare Center in Aitkin provides total joint care for shoulders, elbows, hips, knees, hands, and wrists. Our team of highly skilled orthopedic surgeons use innovative procedures to increase mobility and reduce pain. Get back to the activities you enjoy. Learn more at riverwoodhealthcare.org. Riverwood Healthcare, your trusted leader for orthopedics and sports medicine.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
Aitkin
Between the 40 Club and the Landing. February Quarterbacks Club meeting will be at the 40 Club. Hope to see you there.
Welcome back to Aitkin High School tonight here on the Gobbler, KKIN, AM 930, FM 103.1. And those also tuning in at rjbroadcasting.com is 38-22 our finals, or our halftime score. We're not even close to being a final as of yet. Gobblers have something to say about that. Public address announcer Dave Sedlowski. Always have to give him his, contractually obligated shout out on the air every time that we have a broadcast here. He does the same for us, so it's only fair to reciprocate the other way. Second half action here just about underway. As we get the Panthers to inbound the basketball, they will start off here the second half, a fresh 18 minutes on the Brando Motors of Aitkin and Aitkin Health Services scoreboards.
Dave's got a great voice over there for the sideline, doesn't he?
Sometimes I wonder, why am I even doing this job? He could take it from me in my sleep, I bet.
Oh, don't. You do a great job as well.
Dave does great for the Riverwood Healthcare commercials. I will certainly say that as well. Always a great joy to hear those each and every day on homegrown local radio. Gobblers forced a turnover on the opening possession. Looking for a pass inside was Ella Jansen for Emma Sky. Ball went one way, Emma went the other, as it was last touched, I believe, by a Panther. So the Gobblers get the reprieve with 17:36 to go, down by 16, 38-22. Inbound right to Ray Nyberg. Impeded upon, but no foul called on the shot attempt, as a stretch pass out to Mickey Clark into the right corner. Brings it back up top, almost taken away as Ella takes a forearm up around the head area, but back up as a foul called against the Panthers.
Number 2, Abby Morris, her second.
First foul of the second half as well, was 17:25 to play here in the ball game. Still looking for our first points of the second half for either team. Abby Palm to Eiley Cullum. Cullum with the pass in the left corner. Jansen's going to fire up a three, misses the mark, but it's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by an Aitkin Gobbler. 17-12 to go. We remain scoreless to start off the second half as Clark across half court to Morris. Feed pass to Shapersky. Somehow comes out with it. Back to Morris inside the free throw circle. Back out now to Shapersky for a three. Good.
That's her fifth one of the night.
41-22 the score. Shapersky nails another three to start off the second half as Abby Palm will bring it across the timeline for the Gobblers. Looks for Jansen on the right side, going to rush another three-pointer. This one kicks halfway in and out before it goes in the hands of Mickey Clark for the Park Rapids Panthers. She'll keep it herself. She'll bring it across half court now to establish the offense. Left side, Morris for a three. High off the rim. Clark gets the rebound, looking for a putback. Denied by the bottom of the backboard and goes into Ella Jansen's hands, and a travel called against Ella Jansen. Turnover by the Gobblers as Park Rapids will get it right back. Olivia Davis will inbound right in front of the bench for the Panthers. Gets it to Mickey Clark now. Clark right side, Abby Morris. Morris looking for a cut pass in the lane for Shapersky. Not quite there enough as Clark keeps it alive somehow for the Panthers. Shapersky straight on, rhythm three-pointer, nowhere to go as it kicks right back into Clark's hands once again. Clark spinning outside the arc, inside, and they're going to call a foul out on the floor as it'll be against the Gobblers.
I thought she traveled before that, but Wes Arneson, one of the officials, didn't see it the same way.
As that will be assessed to Emma Sky, her second as well. Halftime score on 3WI AM. Pillager boys with a Z apparently lead Sabika 51-20 at the halftime break. Clark, high awkward shot through the lane, does not go. Back to the Panthers, a three from Morris. This one's good. 44-22. The lead is doubled up. A 22-point advantage, 15:30 to play. Sky, turnaround shot, an op chance as a foul called. Eiley Cullum will be assessed now. Foul number 4 for her on the night.
Mickey Clark didn't have a rebound in the first half, and in the first minute and a half, she had 3.
Amazing. Sometimes it's you'd rather be lucky than good, apparently. Right place, right time for Mickey Clark. 44-22, the score. Park Rapids on top of Aitkin. Mickey Clark out on the right wing gets a screen from Julia Harmon. Clark will get it right to Harmon outside the paint. Now kicks it back out to Abby Morris inside to Olivia Davis. Even with a double team, she goes strong to the basket and will knock in the bank shot. 46-22, under 15 to go as a turnover at midcourt will lead to a layup opportunity from Morris as she stops, hesitates, gets her own rebound after the missed shot. Will dribble back out to the right wing side. Now we'll get it, skip past Davis with a jumper, hits it. 48-22 and a timeout taken by the Gobblers. 14:42 left in the second half. Gobblers down by 26. Let's take a timeout here on the Gobbler and yourliveevent.com.
With your live event is made possible by the advertising businesses you see throughout this broadcast. They help ensure that we can bring you the coverage at the best price, free. Please thank and support our sponsoring businesses. If you own a business or your organization wants to reach the listeners and viewers of your live event and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, go to yourliveevent.com and click advertise or contact one of the offices in Brainerd or Aitkin. Enjoy the broadcast.
Coming June.
48-22 our score on the Brandel Motors of Aitkin and Aitkin Health Services scoreboard here on Homegrown Local Radio and also yourliveevent.com. Paul Vold, Jeremy Jansen from Aitkin High School. 26-point lead to start off the second half now with just under 15 minutes to play.
10-0 run to start the second half. And
just about to say.
Yep.
Not the start that the Gobblers wanted coming out of the halftime locker room, especially where they started to gain a little bit of momentum in the late minutes of that second half, too. 14:42 to play. Gobblers will have the basketball. Inbound the full length of the way. Ella Jansen to Abby Palm. Ray Nyberg quickly out to Emma Jacobson to the front court. Jacobson from the right elbow stops, fires a shot from that right elbow. Nowhere to go as it doesn't draw any contact except for the net and goes out of bounds.
Great power move by Emma, though. Good crossover, got herself to the lane. Good look, and it just didn't go.
Mickey Clark now for the Panthers. To Gabby's to Shapersky. Right side pass. We'll get it to Clark once again. Steps inside the arc, now steps back out. Working up against Abby Palm to Olivia Davis. Olivia Davis, right side, now to Abby Morris. Morris outside the perimeter again to Julia Harmon to Mickey Clark. Clark, left side pass to Morris, being defended by Ella Jansen. Into the right corner for Julia Harmon. Back out now to Morris. Around the perimeter, they swing it again to the Panthers. Pass inside. Harmon's shot impeded upon, landing in the hands of Ella Jansen. High pass into the teammate hands of Abby Palms. Jacobson works her way inside, short of the backboard, but it goes out to a stretch pass now for Mickey Clark. Clark with the right-handed shot and rolls it in. 50-22 the score. Emma Jacobson tries to get to Abby Palm, rolls over to the bench for Park Rapids, and we'll go right back to the Panthers.
17th turnover for the Gobblers, 8 so far for the Panthers.
Sophie Snyder checks in the game for Emma Sky as the inbound. Right to Julia Harmon into the right corner as thrown away by
Panthers, yeah.
Yeah, by the Panthers there. Julia Harmon.
She was cut into the basket and
self-preservation from the camera girl as Olivia Davis almost steals the inbound and throws it in for two, but she was fouled as well. So she'll get 2 free throws coming up. Looks like Jacobson will get her second foul. Team's third of the half with 3:19 to play. Items reaching the floor from front of the student section. 2 free throws for Olivia Davis. 13:19 to go in the contest, I should say. First free throw no good from Davis. Not a lot of success at the free throw line tonight, at least
either team.
Yeah, for either team. Ulanimi back in, Anna Ulanimi that is, and also seeing
Ishins,
that's right, Hallie Ishins, number 23. Second free throw no good from Davis. We'll give it up. A chance now for Aitkin if they can get it across half court, which they will this time now with Ella Jansen to Sophie Snyder at the free throw line. Left-handed, now switches back to the right and can't get a shot off cleanly as number 15, Maddie Menenga, comes with it to the front court. To Mickey Clark. Clark started moving towards the perimeter, now moved back out to Menenga on a left side pass. Menenga in front of her team bench, keeps it in front court as it was almost going to be an over and back, as it'll be Olivia Davis. Stops, back shot, nowhere to go as it lands this time for Ella Jansen after the shot from Yelanimi. Ray Nyberg driving off the right side. She's fouled, and she'll go her way back to the free throw line tonight. Score remains at 50-22. Second foul of the night for Anna Yelanimi. Team second of the half as well. First free throw from Ray off the front of the rim, no good. Sarah Thompson checks in for Abby Palm. Ray will get another chance to try and split the difference. She does. I believe also the first point of the second half for the Gobblers as well.
That is correct.
Splitting the free throws, 50-23 Gobblers trail with 12:20 to go. Left side, now inside the perimeter, Yelanimi with the right hand impeded upon, but Sophie Snyder strips the ball away to Ella Jansen. Jansen at the top of the circle, left side pass to Sarah Thompson. Thompson looks for a penetrating pass. She'll get it to Sophie Snyder. Right hand, awkward shot. Tries to fight for a rebound, but Yelanimi will get the board, and she's fouled on by Sophie Snyder.
Sophie's third foul tonight.
Joining Eiley Cullum is the only Gobbler with 3 fouls or more in this game with under 12 to go. As it'll be Clark once again. Feeding it inside. Menenga, left-handed turnaround jumper, nowhere to fall in as Ishins will get the loose ball as this one is good for the Panthers. 52-23. Gobblers quickly to Ray Nyberg, left alone, double team on her, gets her own rebound after the missed shot. Second chance, third chance, gets her own rebound again, back out to Sarah Thompson. After a fight underneath the basket. Jansen for 3 off the back of the iron, no good, as Yelanimi will get the rebound. And a foul called as well. I believe this one will go against Sophie again. Her 4th. And Emma Sky's back into the ball game too. 11:21 to go in the first half. 52-23. Now we'll see. Mickey Clark controlling the offense from the umbrella to the left side now for Hallie Eichens. Pass inside to Olivia Davis. High pass from Menenga will be batted around after the missed shot. Emma Sky will get the rebound and also a foul called. Menenga's second, team's third for the Panthers. 11:05 to play. Bringing the press once again. Sky to the front court, goes off the foot of Ella Jansen. 10:58 to go. Warning from the official down on the floor with Jansen. Late shove. But nothing comes out of it for either side. Just a warning. Inbound to the left of the basket was thrown away as it goes off the body. Actually, Menenga from Park Rapids Gobblers will keep the basketball. 10:56 to go, 52-23. Here from the Cub Foods Brainerd Baxter radio booth. Inbound stolen away by Hallie Eichens. Eichens stretches it out to Menenga. Almost taken away by the Gobblers, and we get a foul assessed against Ray Nyberg as she was down on the court with the ball in her hand, and yet she's the one that fouled a Panther.
If anything, it was a jump ball.
Right.
But Ray's third tonight.
It's unfortunate as Olivia Davis takes the inbound to Mickey Clark now. Eichens, who inbounded, throws up a jumper from the right elbow, floats in for two more. 54-23 with 10.5 to play. Stolen away by Eichens. Tries to find Clark. She gets enough on it to slow it down as a fight for the board. We'll give the ball back to the Gobblers, it looks like. 10.5 to play. Jansen will inbound to Sarah Thompson after a delay. Telling teammates to go now to Emma Jacobson, right side in the corner for Ray Nyberg to Ella Jansen. Thompson, left side, back to Jansen. Dribbling her way towards midcourt. Goes to the right side down along that right baseline. Over the hands of Emma Jacobson and goes out of bounds. Turnover by the Gobblers.
21st turnover by the Gobblers.
10:08 to play. Gobblers down now 21-54 to, make that, I believe 31 points now. My math serves me correct. 2, carry the 5. Mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. You know, everything that you need to know. Timeout taken on the floor by the Gobblers. We'll step aside for a break as well. 54-23 our score here on the Gobbler and yourliveevent.com.
Through the 25th at Brainerd International Raceway, the Midwest Premier Country and Rock Festival. Lakes Jam presented by R&J Broadcasting. On the Bud Light main stage, hear John Party, Tesla, Gabby Barrett, Warrant, Kicks, Mark Wills, and more. It's more than a music festival with watercross, drifting, poker tourneys, lawnmower racing, and more. For tickets and more information, visit lakesjam.com.
At Orange.
54-23 our score here on the Gobbler, KKIN, AM 930, FM 103.1, and also at rjbroadcasting.com. You know, given the fact, had to do some quick math and ended up coming up wrong. 31-point deficit for the Gobblers. I feel like I'm doing pretty well considering running on 4 hours of sleep and then working since about 4:30 this morning.
Wow.
So.
Wow.
I have no idea where I am right now.
Yeah.
All I know is I'm at a basketball game and
Central Minnesota.
Central Minnesota. I have a heart rate apparently, so
mostly
that's
pronounced as Aitkin, but it is Aitkin.
Sometimes get people saying Aitkin to really pronounce that T, but apparently not so much. But you know what? Works out just fine as substitutions, I should say. Some unsavory activity apparently from the student section. Not to one of our officials' likings. Now we got to bring in supervisor for this athletic event, Jason Klein. at least keep him informed on the ongoing situation. But 10 minutes to go here. Gobblers down 31, 54-23. 3 off the left side from Morris. No good. She checked in during the timeout. From the top of the circle at the free throw line for Julia Harmon. Harmon, left side, now to Eichens. Eichens going to fire off a 3 off the back of the rim. No good. Ray Nyberg comes down with the board with a little extra give and go underneath the basket from a Panther player. It'll be to Emma Jacobson, back out. Now to Ray Nyberg, hands it right off to Abby Palm. 9.5 to play. Looking right side now for Emma Jacobson. Or excuse me, Sarah Thompson, I should say. No, that was Jacobson. Thompson was in the area as well.
Got a kick ball. That was Ray's 6th board of the night. 6.6 boards for Ray. Emma Sky with 5. Ella I have for 8 boards.
9.5 to go. 31-point deficit for the Gobblers. As the Park Rapids area Panthers came into this game riding back-to-back wins, including a win on Staples Motley back on Tuesday. Ball loose out on the floor. Turnover by the Gobblers. Lands in the hands of Gabby Shapersky. She'll take it up to the front court now for the Panthers to Abby Morris. Morris looking left side for Eichens. Eichens gets an awkward screen, but effective enough for Elanimi to be fouled upon. She'll head her way to the free throw line.
Her first time to the line tonight.
Foul gives a go against Emma Jacobson. That's her 3rd as well. First free throw, no good.
15 times they've been to the line.
We'll see Ella Jansen and Eiley Cullum back in. Thompson and Jacobson are out. So 15 times. Now make it, is it 16 now, that shot? Or
that was 15.
That was 15, okay.
6 of 15 from the line they are.
54-24 the score. As the extra point assessed to the wrong side of the scoreboard. Hopefully they get that fixed here momentarily as Abby Morris. As that free throw actually was correct. I'm the one that's in the wrong here. 55-23 remains the score with 8.5 to go. Gobblers down, turnover as Shapersky at midcourt will take her time before establishing the offense, which she will now. 8 minutes to play. Julia Harmon inside to Elanimi, draws not twice, but 3 defenders and a travel called against Anna Elanimi. 8:12 to go. Inbound right to Abby Palm. Now gets it over to Palm once again from Eiley Cullum. Tella Jansen, the front court cross-court pass over to Eiley Cullum. Just keeps it in for the Gobblers. Ray Nyberg down low to Emma Sky. Double team on her. Turn around with right-handed shot. She is fouled, and she'll go to the free throw line as well. 55-23 with Sky heading to the free throw line tonight.
2nd time she made her first 2. That's Elanimi for her 3rd foul tonight. We got number 12.
We'll give that to number 12.
Well, that can't be 12. They have that. That's Tori Weaver. She's sitting on the bench.
Now they changed that. It is number 21. First free throw from Sky. No good. Second one coming up with substitutions in. Menenga, Davis, and also, I believe just those 2. Olivia Davis and Maddie Menenga back in. Second free throw was good from the likes of that came from. And that was a 3-pointer made.
Shapersky for her 6th one tonight.
Gabby Shapersky. 58-24. Ray Nyberg the other way. Gets her own rebound after the miss. Goes up again, and she'll be fouled upon. And she'll go back to the free throw line. Will Ray. Hands on the knees. And she's been active at the free throw line, to say the least, tonight.
10th free throw attempt for Ray tonight.
Maddie Menenga assessed her 3rd. Team's 5th of the half. First one is good for Ray. 58-25. Coming up, And second one is also good.
Ray 6 of 10 from the line.
In total, 8 points for Ray Nyberg this evening as Abby Morris across half court for the Panthers on that left elbow extended. Shapersky, floater in the lane, banks it up off the window, finishing it 60-26. Gobblers try to break through the press once again, which they will do just fine. As unfortunately, luckily enough, a Panther player tried to pick up the loose ball that was going to be a turnover against Aitkin. So the Gobblers get it right back with 7:03 to go. Down 26 to 26, to say it correctly. Eiley Cullum gets the inbound to Ray Nyberg, and will be last touch by a Panther. Will stay with the Gobblers. Timeout taken by Park Rapids. Quick timeout. Riverwood Healthcare Center timeout here from the Cub Foods Brainerd Baxter radio booth here this evening. Just get to see if we got any updates with our out-of-town scoreboard. Nothing most recently. Again, it was a halftime score over on 3WI AM, the boys' side of that doubleheader in Pillager tonight. Pillager boys lead of 51-20 at halftime as well.
And they're playing who?
They are playing Sabika tonight. One of those rescheduled games from earlier this week that got moved due to the weather yesterday. And again, earlier tonight as well, Aitkin Gobbler boys notched an 81-45 win over International Falls up in Virginia.
Yeah, Gobbler started down slow. They were down 7-2. I think they were down 10-5, and then they just went on a run that ended the half. They were up about 25.
Good for the Gobbler boys to get back into the win column as well. Under 7 to go, a timeout that was taken by Park Rapids. Riverwood Healthcare Center timeout. 60-26. Ella Jansen with the handle right in front of her own team bench to Abby Palm. Nearing midcourt. Looks to keep the ball moving now. Looking right side. Try to find a pass to Ray Nyberg. Eiley Cullum comes out with it before a push called against, I believe, Maddie Menenga. That'll be her fourth. It will be given to Menenga. As with 6.5 to go, 60-26 the score. And Menenga checks out, bringing back in Anna Yelanimi. The inbound from Jansen to Abby Palm. She'll dribble her way back to the top of the key now. Right side to Eiley Cullum. Cullum looks to get rid. She will to Ella Jansen. Top of the circle now, three-pointer on the way and good. 60-29, Gobblers trail with 6 minutes to go. Pass inside, Olivia Davis, turn around.
3 girls there, and we forgot about her.
Giving up easy points on the back end after a 3 made by Ella Jansen. Under 6 to go now. Gobblers facing a 30-plus point deficit. 31 to be exact, 33 to be exact. Sky with the right-handed chance off the defender. And will now make it a 31-point deficit. 62-31, 5:40 to go to the left side now for Mickey Clark. Clark spins at the left elbow extended, dishes out. Davis going to fire a three-pointer and hits nothing but net, but not the way that the Panthers wanted it. And it was a Gobbler coming out with it. Jansen fouled as she fires up a three. 3 free throws coming up for Ella Jansen. 62-31 the score. 5:18 to play.
Abby Morris, was that her third?
I believe that is Morris with her third. Yes, that's what the scoreboard also says. First free throw. Good for Aitkin. 62-32. Second free throw is also good. 2 of 2, and gets one more, does Ella. 3 players checking in for the Panthers. Emma Sky back in for the Gobblers. Sarah Thompson checking back in for Eiley Cullum. Third free throw, no good, as the Gobblers unable to get the rebound, and will go back to the Panthers. 5:14 and counting downward left here in this ball game. 62-33 Panthers within the front court. Seeing for the first time Natalia Lopez in, wearing number 22. Skip pass to Ishins. He'll go off the window after a skip pass from Julia Harmon. 64-33. Lopez checking in for the first time tonight. Working up against Sarah Thompson. Left corner. Jansen going to fire up a three. No good. Rebound down to Julia Harmon. Harmon will give it up to Hallie Ishins. Ishins checking in as well during the last stoppage to Natalia Lopez. As going up for a shot, Emma Sky was fouling the likes of Julia Harmon, and she'll go to the free throw line. Sky will get her third of the night. Team's 8th of the half. That's 2 guaranteed free throws for Harmon.
First point of the second half for Harmon. She had 9 in the first half.
65-33. 4.5 to go. Sky is out. Palm is out. Snyder and Jacobson in for the Gobblers. Second free throw from Harmon is also good. 66-33. Final score over on Cash 95, yourliveevent.com. Cass Lake Bena wins 77-68 as Ella Jansen rolls up a shot. Unable to finish it as it lands in the hands of Julia Harmon. Ball loose out on the floor. It's going to be a scramble for it as we'll finally get a jump ball. And it will go to, looks like, Aitkin. Again, that was Cass Lake Bena boys, number 6 in Class A, defeating Pine River Bacchus 77-68.
Tight game.
And it certainly was. Post-game action, most likely on Cash 95 and also on yourliveevent.com. 4:05 to go. Jumper from Emma Jacobson, no good. Rebounded down to Elanimi. Lopez brings it up, almost stolen away by Ray Nyberg as a foul called after the shot from Elanimi.
It's like after the result of the shot, and then, oh, hey, there's a foul.
Apparently from one of our officials. And it'll be Sophie Snyder and foul number 5 for Sophie. And that's the night for her with 3:48 to go. 66-33 the score. As
Sophie falls out. She had a rebound on the night.
And we got to get one more player out for Aitkin. Wasn't all that long ago, and I remember this just completely randomly when the Gophers were playing Alabama men's basketball a couple years ago, and they had like 9 players get ejected from Alabama, and players started fouling out. Alabama almost beat the Gophers with 3 players on the floor.
I remember that. Yes. They could really spread the court.
They really open it up, open Olympic style, if you will. 68 now to 33. Both free throws made by the Panthers. 3:44 to go as a couple more substitutions in, seeing number 24, Kalia Persons, in for the first time tonight. Amelia Bagstead and also Macy Lund into the game as well. Maddie Menenga checking in. So digging deep into the bag of tricks. And onto the bench now for the Panthers with 3:20 to go. 35-point advantage. Lopez working him against. Jansen gets a pass over to Ray Nyberg, trying to find her way along the baseline. Loose ball out on the floor. There's going to be a scramble for it, and a foul called as bodies hit the floor. 3:03. Clock will continue to run. 68-33 remains the score. Free throws coming up here. It will be for Emma Jacobson at the line. Foul goes against number 15, Menenga. Back out on the court and back off as she fouls out. So that'll bring back in Olivia Davis, number 31 for the Panthers. First free throw, no good on the 1-and-1 it was supposed to be, and that's what the result was after the missed free throw. Davis gets the rebound up to the front court now for Bagstead. to Persons. Persons through the middle, right-handed shot, takes a body with her, but no foul called to either side. To Lopez, Natalia Lopez, as they'll stay with the Panthers. Lopez with 2 minutes to go. Clock will continue to wind. We get a discussion here from one of our officials on the backside, as maybe discussing the possession. It will stay with the Panthers with under 2 to go. Post-game show, of course, we'll talk about this contest, including out-of-town scoreboard, final numbers, and maybe catch word from Coach Mike Ream in the post-game show. We'll see. A little over 90 seconds to play, as it'll be the Gobblers getting the ball back with Abby Palm coming across half court. Left side now for Sarah Thompson. Thompson over to Emma Jacobson. Steps inside the arc, fires up a jumper, no good. A rebound fought for down on the floor. It'll be Thompson throwing up a shot. Hers is stopped, and stepping out of bounds with it was number 24, Kalia Persons. And Eiley Cullum checking back in for Ray Nyberg with just over a minute to go. 68-33 with exactly 1 minute to go. Clock continues to wind. Inbound right to Eiley Cullum. Can't quite get a handle on it. Possession arrow will say.
Panthers ball.
Yeah, it'll be Panthers ball, as maybe waiting to see if there was going to be a change in possession arrow with an initial inbound, but it was going to be Panthers ball regardless. 37 seconds left here in the ball game. Now taken away by Eiley Cullum. Cullum up with the right-handed opportunity, stopped by Davis, but she's unable to come out with it clean to Cullum. Banks it up off the window and finishes it. 68-35 with 20 seconds to go. To the front court, Olivia Davis keeps it herself. Thought about shooting it. We'll get it to Kalia Persons, who's going to fire off a three. No good. Rattles around. Natalia Lopez can't come out with a clean rebound. It's to Abby Palm. Palm will outlet to Emma Sky. Sky from the left elbow. 1 second to go. Fires up a shot, but that will do it. 68-35, the final score. Gobblers fall tonight here against Park Rapids. We'll step aside here for a break. Post-game show coming up. Lots to talk about coming into the finals here tonight. Gobblers fall here on the Gobbler, yourliveevent.com.
We inspire to provide the best in local sports coverage for our area teams. Listen to our Wake the Lakes morning show for local news, weather, and sports every weekday morning from 6 to 9. If you're enjoying the video coverage of the Aitkin Gobblers, thank the sponsoring businesses you see advertising. They make it possible. If you're a business owner and want to reach our viewers and listeners, go to yourliveevent.com and click Advertise to get in contact. That's yourliveevent.com.
Aitkin Health Services is hiring additional nurses and CNAs. All new hires will receive a $4.75 per hour wage in addition to and above regular pay scale. Contact Aitkin Health Services to inquire on these positions or visit sfhs.hcshiring.com. St. Francis Health Services and Affiliates is an equal opportunity employer.
It's been a family tradition since 1938, purchasing a new Ford or pre-owned vehicle at Aitkin Motors. Another tradition that Aitkin Motors is proud of is supporting extracurricular activities for area students. Need an oil change or vehicle repair? Schedule an appointment with the Aitkin Motors Service Department. Tires? Check out the low price tire guarantee. Aitkin Motors, family owned and operated, serving the area for over 84 years. For hours, appointments, and vehicle inventory, visit AitkinMotorsCO.com.
Welcome to Aitkin Schools. Keep informed with district news and information for parents, families, students, and staff with your visit to the Aitkin School website at home.isd1.org. Our mission at Aitkin Schools is to empower students to be lifelong learners and citizens by maximizing community, parent, and staff involvement while developing high expectations and achievement in a safe learning environment. We are ISD1.
At Brandel Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC, their team works together to provide you with the ultimate Buick, GMC, and Chevrolet shopping experience. Browse the lot at brandelgm.com. They're there to exceed your expectations, deliver the best service possible, and make car shopping fun again. Browse the lot at brandelgm.com. When looking for your next new or used vehicle, shop Brandel Chevrolet Buick GMC in Aitkin. Our reputation rides with you. brandelgm.com.
At R&J
discount.
Welcome back to Aitkin High School tonight here on the Gobbler, KKIN, AM 930, FM translator 103.1. And for those also tuning in online to yourliveevent.com and also at rjbroadcasting.com. Final score tonight, 68-35 with the Park Rapids Panthers taking down the Aitkin Gobblers tonight here on Homegrown Local Radio. Well, our color man, Jeremy Jansen's going to be hitting the road here. Of course, the Gobbler boys playing up in Virginia. So the Gobbler boys get a win here tonight. Again, that was a final score of 81-45. So he's going to be hitting the road here. So he's going to dump out of the postgame show, which is perfectly fine. We'll talk about, of course, our contest here tonight as well. Gobblers fall by, again, the score 68-35. Close first half early on. Gobblers were moving the basketball around and were also creating opportunities on the offensive glass for them. But then, again, the story it's been all season. Turnovers starting to mount. 24 turnovers in total tonight, 14 in the first half, I should say, with those turnovers as well, compared to 7 from the Park Rapids Panthers. They finished with 9 turnovers in the game in total. So the team that has the least amount of turnovers most likely wins the game as well. So, of course, that is kind of the overall synopsis from this game. Of course, we'll talk individual numbers coming up here tonight as well as we get further in the post-game show. But we do have a final score over on 3WI AM 1270, 96.3 FM. Pillager boys get the doubleheader sweep. 93-46, they defeat Sabika here tonight as well over on 3WI AM 1270. Final score on Cash 95 and also on yourliveevent.com. Cass Lake Bena boys win 77-68 over the Pine River Bacchus Tigers this evening. Of course, we'll have more coming up here on the post-game show. We'll tally up the numbers for all these teams and, of course, announce our big deal player of the game, our Enbridge Energy player of the game coming up here as well with the post-game show. Take another break. More still coming up here from Aitkin High School and also yourliveevent.com and online at rjbroadcasting.com as well as on the radio waves at the Gobbler.
We inspire to provide the best in local sports coverage for our area teams. Listen to our Wake the Lakes morning show for local news, weather, and sports every weekday morning from 6 to 9. If you're enjoying the video coverage of the Aitkin Gobblers, thank the sponsoring businesses UC Advertising. They make it possible. If you're a business owner and want to reach our viewers and listeners, go to yourliveevent.com and click Advertise to get in contact. That's yourliveevent.com.
Aitkin Health Services is hiring additional nurses and CNAs. All new hires will receive a $4.75 per hour wage in addition to and above regular pay scale. Contact Aitkin Health Services to inquire on these positions or visit sfhs.hcshiring.com. St. Francis Health Services and Affiliates is an equal opportunity employer.
It's been a family tradition since 1938, purchasing a new Ford or pre-owned vehicle at Aitkin Motors. Another tradition that Aitkin Motors is proud of is supporting extracurricular activities for area students. Need an oil change or vehicle repair? Schedule an appointment with the Aitkin Motors Service Department. Tires? Check out the low price tire guarantee. Aitkin Motors, family owned and operated, serving the area for over 84 years. For hours, appointments, and vehicle inventory, visit AitkinMotorsCO.com.
For hours, appointments, and vehicle inventory, visit AitkinMotorsCO.com.
Welcome back to Aitkin High School tonight here on the Gobbler, KKIN, AM 930, FM translator 103.1. For those also tuning in to yourliveevent.com. 68-35 our final score here tonight from Aitkin High School. Gobblers fall here tonight. Coach Mike Ream now joining us here on the post-game show. Coach, tonight, obviously another tough loss here for your team. Second time tonight facing the likes of Park Rapids. Early on, we look at this game from in the first game against Park Rapids, there was trouble breaking through the press. But early on, you definitely saw a little bit more improvement from your team in breaking through in the first half, especially for your team, too.
Yeah, we changed up, had another approach to breaking it, used a pick and then tried to get back into the middle to get a 3-on-2 at the end. And it worked some of the time, and then we interspersed out what we normally do. And our bigs, we're getting in the middle and getting open. Just having a little variety helps.
Yeah.
So, on that point, I think, we played pretty well. Fought. Think how many times tonight we stopped them.
Yeah.
And didn't rebound. And that's 20 points in the game right there. So we work on rebounding at least 60 to 65% of the practices. We've had box out drill. It's really a challenge for these girls to put a body on someone, but we did some things right. I don't know. I think we shot a little better. How can you say that when you score 35? But
right,
man,
and that was one thing too. One of your points that you brought up is having that variety in the post position too. You were able to plug in, obviously getting Emma back as well. She was back for tonight's contest too. Ray not being fully relied on as well to be that post presence. She's able to work in and out of that post play, and then also getting Sophie involved before. Obviously having that body inside and having, especially three players. Having that does provide a little bit of help, and again, giving each one, I'm sure, bringing their own different skill set in that post position.
That's great having Emma Sky, because I think she's only a sophomore. She missed all of last year. She didn't come out. So she's just a ninth grader in terms of experience, and she's getting it as far as that she just has to make a dang move and go up and get fouled, or make a basket and get fouled. So I'm so proud of her for that. Sophie missed all of last year. I think about that. And the year before, I think she was missing for other reasons.
Yep.
A lot of it. So, these kids have not had any experience hardly. And they're just learning a little bit about toughness. And Ray, Ray's had a lot of experience. But, very challenging for her to make a basket tonight.
Right.
But she fought hard. I see she got 10 boards. I'm proud of her for that. 5 of them were her own,
Coach, also want to talk about, too, the progression of Abby Palm here this season. I know the last couple games with Jill being out of the lineup with that ankle concern, too, but she's played a lot more significant minutes as the season has gone along, too. With her now coming into, obviously, her freshman season and playing a lot more varsity minutes, what have you seen from her, maybe in practice or maybe a game as well, that you feel comfortable putting her out there for such extended minutes?
Well, Jilly was injured, of course, for this game, and I wanted to put that 1-4 in to break the press, and I said, you've got to get on your horse. I said, you're going to go around the pick, and then you have to get back to the middle. And she did that pretty well tonight. I said, this is your chance to showcase your ball handling, and I want to just see where you're at, And, she's up to the challenge. She's a very positive person in the program and practice and games. She's excited to play. She loves basketball. I think Abby can tag on with these sophomores and really have a nice unit the next couple of years, and the juniors next year. So, I think she's the type that will shoot 200 shots a day. She has in the past. And if she does that and we can work on her shot, and even refine it more. She can be a player. I'm happy with her. Just a great kid.
Absolutely, Coach. And you got Moose Lake Willow River coming up on Monday as well. Another busy week ahead, too. And I know that looking at that matchup, that's always certainly a tough one for the Gobblers, too.
Yeah, it's tough, but it's not as tough as what we've had the last 6-8 games. So I'm hoping
it's time now for some local
ball club, as we are, of course. And so I'm looking to go over there and compete with them. that's a chance for us to win, and I'm going to do my best to have them ready.
Absolutely, Coach, and we certainly do appreciate the time as always for coming on. We'll talk to you next week for sure.
Thank you. Have a good week.
Head coach for your Aitkin Gobbler girls basketball team, Mike Ream, joins us here on the post-game show. Step aside here for a quick break. We are going to get you, of course, a look at our big deal player of the game, Enbridge Energy player of the game, and start wrapping things up here from Aitkin High School. The Gobblers fall tonight 68-35 against Park Rapids here on the Gobbler and also at yourliveevent.com.
Welcome to Aitkin Schools. Keep informed with district news and information for parents, families, students, and staff with your visit to the Aitkin School website at home.isd1.org. Our mission at Aitkin Schools is to empower students to be lifelong learners and citizens by maximizing community, parent, and staff involvement while developing high expectations and achievement in a safe learning environment. We are ISD1.
At Brandel Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC, their team works together to provide you with the ultimate Buick, GMC, and Chevrolet shopping experience. Browse the lot at brandelgm.com. They're there to exceed your expectations, deliver the best service possible, and make car shopping fun again. Browse the lot at brandelgm.com. When looking for your next new or used vehicle, shop Brandel Chevrolet, Buick, GMC in Aitkin. Our reputation rides with you. brandelgm.com.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you. Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And is done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
Welcome back for the final time tonight here on the Gobbler, KKIN, AM 930, FM translator 103.1 for those also tuning in at yourliveevent.com. Jim is slowly emptying out here tonight, so that's kind of the sign to start wrapping things up. We will do that here this evening as well. Time now for a big deal player of the game brought to you by Brandel Motors of Aitkin, Riverwood Healthcare Center, Willys Marine and McGregor, Newman Construction in Brainerd, Advantage Seamless Gutters in Baxter, as well as Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative. Well, putting up 22 points tonight, of course, 6 of them coming from outside, that being Gabby Shapersky for the Park Rapids Panthers, our big deal player of the game here this evening. And, of course, for our Enbridge Energy player of the game tonight, of course, brought to you by the folks at Enbridge. Enbridge thanks you for supporting the Line 3 replacement project. Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. It was done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. Thank you from Enbridge. Ray Nyberg tonight, our Enbridge Energy player of the game, 8 points, 10 rebounds in the loss for the Aitkin Gobblers. Gobblers fall to 6-15 on the season. They will be on the road coming up on Monday. They will be taking on Moose Lake Willow River. The Gobblers 6-15 on the season. Park Rapids now 9-10 on the year. They're going to be on the road as well on Monday. They're going to be at Sabika on Monday as well. Gobblers fall tonight 68-35 here this evening. Don't forget, of course, we start to wrap things up here with our broadcast here this evening. We are just getting started here this week and weekend with a whole lot of broadcasts here on Homegrown Local Radio. A little bit on the lighter side for high school sports. In fact, we won't have another high school broadcast until Monday. But tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock, flip it on over to Skeeter 101.5 as the Saturday Sports Wrap. Tom Martin, Ben Aberg on the call for that. It's starting at 10 o'clock. Gophers men's basketball, 7 o'clock tip-off on Cash 95, 3WI-FM. 7 o'clock will be the pregame starter, I should say. Then on Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday, the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Los Angeles Rams from SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles. We'll have 3 of our stations starting with coverage at 1 o'clock kickoff coming up shortly after 5:30 on Sunday. That'll be heard on Talk 100 KLKS, 3WI AM 1270, 96.3 FM, and Real Country KKIN FM 94.3. And we'll have NBA basketball Saturday afternoon on Skeeter 101.5 with the Minnesota Timberwolves taking on the Indiana Pacers before we're back to high school coverage with Wilmer at Northern Lakes Boys High School Hockey on Skeeter 101.5. As we are the last one standing here in the high school gym, that's probably our cue to start wrapping things up here from Aitkin High School. 6-15, the Gobblers now are on the season, suffering a 68-35 loss to the Park Rapids Panthers. Big thank you to everybody for tuning in to tonight's broadcast. A big thank you as well to head coach Mike Green for joining us on the pregame and the postgame for the Park Rapids Panthers as well for making the trip to Aitkin High School. Big thank you to you, all the listeners, for tuning into tonight's broadcast, as well as for those that as sponsor our broadcast as well. If you hear some of our Lakes area businesses that sponsor our broadcast, be sure to go out to those businesses and say thank you for allowing us to do broadcasts on homegrown local radio. Thank them with your patronage. Well, we're going to be off until next week, Tuesday, with the boys' version of the Crosby-Ironton-Aitkin matchup. We'll have the boys' game right here on the Gobbler, KKIN, AM 930, FM 103.1, and also yourliveevent.com. Well, until Tuesday night, of course, be sure to have a wonderful, safe, and warm weekend as well. It is going to be frigid. It already is. Certainly chilly through the Lakes area as well. This has been a proud presentation of R&J Broadcasting Incorporated here in the Brainerd Lakes area. We thank you so much for tuning in here on Homegrown Local Radio. Until Tuesday, this is Paul Vold signing off from Aitkin High School. You have a wonderful rest of your Friday night. Have a great weekend as well here on KKIN, AM 930, FM Translator 103.1, The Gobbler, rjbroadcasting.com. For those also tuning in to yourliveevent.com, thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll talk to you next time. Good night, everybody.